Welcome to the Inside Track on Real Estate with the Dekker Team. I'm Yetta Dekker.
I'm Ken Dekker.
And we form part of the Dekker Team. And today we're talking about opportunities on the Dekker Team.
Yes.
Which is kind of exciting.
Yeah, we have a couple opportunities.
Three.
Three's more than a couple?
Yeah.
I guess so.
I think it is. So thanks for joining us. We're always excited to have you with us and to share some insights about real estate. And this time, like I say, it's about opportunities. And so what is the first opportunity that we would like to present to our viewers and our listeners?
Well, it's interesting because we talk a lot about the market. And the market has been a challenging market a little bit this year. A lot of realtors are having a tougher year. A lot of sellers are having a tougher year selling their home. The Dekker Team is having a banner year. Yeah. Probably our best year ever so far.
Best year ever.
And so one of the things that when you're growing and expanding is you need more support, more marketing, especially in this tougher market to sell properties. The quality of our marketing must be top-notch.
Well, it must be, like we've always said, we've attempted to stay on the edge of bleeding edge.
The bleeding edge
of technology, and we remain there. And now with the market having shifted in some pockets, not in all markets, however, it is a tighter market, more inventory, more competition. So everything from preparing the home to marketing the home to just even engaging with people and connecting with people has had to be increased significantly.
Mm-hmm. So we have an opportunity for a marketing specialist.
Right.
Tell us about what this person would be like, Yetta.
The person would definitely have a smile on their face, because if they don't, we don't want them in the office, and we don't want them in front of our clients or with our clients. And it definitely has to be somebody, whether male or female, we really have no preference. Age is not really a requirement as long as there's energy. Energy is a requirement.
Yes.
Because installing signs would actually fall under their jurisdiction of responsibilities, and so there has to be some willingness to be able to get out there and get a little bit physical with preparing the homes for market, maybe doing a little bit of staging and moving a bit of furniture and all that fun stuff, and then have the technical skills to be able to present the property beautifully. Mm-hmm. Beautifully.
Mostly on the internet.
Mostly, and in property brochures, both video as well as photography, and those skills would then be absolutely vital. And somebody that just enjoys not only the technical side, but really enjoys the people side of life as well.
So very neat, because this job, rather than being stuck behind a computer, although we want the person that wants to be stuck behind a computer,
part of their day.
They just thrive on that, on developing websites or inputting into websites, putting ads up on Kijiji and different places like that, creating an outstanding property brochure that just really highlights the property, has a real knack for photography, and yet wants some variety in their job description. This is perfect because you get to go out, measure, take pictures of the property, set it up for ready for marketing, and take the photos, then come back and do all the back end, all the technical skills. And the beauty is you're doing those technical skills having seen the home.
Right.
And that's a real big advantage. A lot of marketing companies that work for real estate agents, they don't have anything to go by except for the description on the MLS and a couple pictures, and then they got to try and market that. That's tough to do.
So what we're looking for is a premium marketing package on behalf of our sellers, and that just takes somebody that's a bit of a wordsmith, understands marketing, and understands how to put an overall portfolio really for each property together.
Mm-hmm. So attention for detail is very, very important in this job. And I think it's not only do we want to project the right image of the property, and we only get one chance to make a first impression, so we want to make that first impression really well. Also, the sellers are expecting that there's attention to detail.
Right. And so the role, the opportunity, the position that's available is one that would require somebody that's got a lot of diversity. And often when I'm chatting about this with people, they go, yeah, but that you're just like, that's an interesting person. And I said, absolutely it is. And the person that is ideal for this job, I can guarantee you, is having a really hard time right now finding the position that's right for them because they're that diverse. And so there wouldn't be very many positions out there that would fulfill all aspects of it.
Right.
Right? So if you sound like this person we're describing, somebody that would love the aspects as well as general marketing on behalf of the Dekker team. We do client celebrations every year. We do workshops every month, 4 of them actually. And those need to be promoted to people. We do a monthly update so that people can understand what's happening in the real estate market on an ongoing basis, as well as we do a community newsletter. We promote in luxury publications, both internet as well as hard copy.
So designing those ads.
Yeah.
So someone that maybe has a marketing background, maybe college or university, someone that has communication background, that kind of person.
Yeah, that would just thrive in a team environment. So it sounds like we've just given you something you have to do all by yourself, which isn't the case. There's a team of folks that want to journey with you and make it an amazing experience for the client. In fact, the Dekker team experience.
And there's a company vehicle for when you have to go out to one of our properties.
Yep. So everybody knows you're driving a Dekker car and you have to drive nice. So you have to enjoy that.
Yes.
Yes, because we don't like phone calls that aren't of the pleasant kind because they've seen our cars on the road. So if this sounds like you, then you'll want to watch this video a couple times to get a sense of what we're describing and who we're describing specifically. And then you'll want to put together a covering letter along with your resume and email it to info@dekkerteam.com. In the covering letter, you'll want to include why specifically you are suited for this position, why it appeals to you, what excites you about it, and why specifically do you want to work for the Dekker team. What makes that a good thing? So you'll want to, as a recent employee said, stalk us a little bit on the internet. She had fun doing that and thought it was maybe a bad thing. And I said, no, that's a perfect thing. You'll want to do that. And you'll also want to provide your salary expectations in that letter. And then once we receive the letters and the resumes, we will review them. And any that sound like, from our perspective, is also a fit, if you've convinced us you are a fit, we will give you a phone call and we'll have a quick phone interview and then move forward from there.
Yeah, I think make sure that you put your volunteerism
Right.
projects and things that you've done volunteer-based as well, because we want to get a sense of the well-rounded person, not just can they do the technical side of things. It's an interesting dynamic working with the Dekker team. It's kind of family. It's not really as corporate.
Right. And yet we have lots of people that are not all in the same family, except many of our folks feel like family. Well, they all do, actually. Yeah. And so it creates a professional yet very familiar kind of atmosphere. So, yeah, you'd have to think that was kind of a good thing, too. Yeah. And the office is located in Manotick, so you would be needing to be able to get to Manotick, and the bus service here is only beginning and end of day, so you'll probably need to have your own car to be able to get to work. So that would be a requirement, and then have the use of the company vehicle during workday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it sounds like you know how to reach us, info@dekkerteam.com. We'd love to hear from you and see if we want to get into business together.
Yeah. So the second opportunity is interesting as well.
Yeah. Always looking for talent as far as realtors go, both for the larger company of Keller Williams Saldrock Realty that we own, great realtors to join the team at large, and then also right now there is an opportunity specifically for a realtor to join us on the Dekker team. So if you are already a licensed realtor and think that you would love the team environment and the dynamics that we described in the first part of the show around our marketing and media specialist, you'll want to give us a call around that opportunity.
Yeah, so the realtor, what kind of person, do they have to be licensed?
If they are licensed now, then obviously that makes it a whole lot easier. However, the licensing is something, if you always thought you wanted to have a career in real estate and you were not yet licensed and you wanted to go through that process, recognizing it takes about 6 months, we would actually be quite willing to journey with somebody on that.
So you don't have to have real estate experience? What about sales experience?
Sales experience will be really helpful.
Will it?
I think so. You don't think so? What would you say?
Do you think we sell?
Well, we don't sell, but certainly being in front of the public eye.
Yes.
Connecting with people, being customer oriented and customer service
Yes.
oriented. And I think often when you use the word sales, that's where my brain goes, because that's what it means to me. Except you don't actually need sales experience, you need customer care experience.
Yes, and we'll do all the training for the rest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And what would you say, Ken, are some other things that are important?
Again, attention to detail.
Yeah.
You will be doing contracts, and contracts have to be accurate and right to protect our buyers and our sellers.
Yeah.
Flexibility in hours worked, because we work when the clients need us to work.
Yeah.
We do book off for family events and things that are important to us, and trainings and things like that. And that's the beauty of having a team, the Dekker team. We cover for each other, so our clients never see a lull in their customer service, but our agents are able to take a break. Because when you are able to take a day off or time off to be at a school event or that kind of thing, it allows you that kind of flexibility. Excuse me, that kind of flexibility. And what that does is enable you to be really present when you're present with the client, because you've had the time to rejuvenate and re-energize and be ready to serve your client at the highest level.
Yeah, which is exactly what we're looking for. And so for all of our clients, we want them to have consistency of care from a specific realtor and from the team at large, as well as we want to be able to give them somebody pretty much any time and all the time. So it's to balance those two things, which the team environment really lets us do, I think, quite well most of the time. Mm-hmm. It's kind of an exciting anomaly in the industry.
Right.
Yeah.
And so what's the third opportunity,
The
Yetta?
third opportunity is if you are, it's kind of third and fourth, I guess you could say. If you see yourself as a great client, somebody that would align themselves well with the Dekker team, whether buying or selling, that's where we got 3 and 4 in there, then we would love to connect with you and interview for the position of being your realtor for life.
For life?
For life.
Do I have to sign a contract for life?
No. The great news around
I did that when I signed up with you.
Yes, you did. And how's it worked out for you?
Good.
Okay.
32 years later, I'm okay with the contract for life.
Okay, good. So it's not a contract for life. Realtor for life would be that we would want to continue to earn the right to staying and being your realtor of choice for your lifetime and for our life. And in fact, for the generations of our lifetimes, because now the kids are already in the industry and the youngest grandkids are not that young anymore, so you never know when they're going to join us.
What's really cool is some of our clients, their kids are working with our kids to buy property. It's really neat.
It is a lot of fun. And so generational, which is an awesome way to be able to take care of you, because that way we have a vested interest in not only you as a person, but in your entire family. And I just love it. So that is probably our favorite opportunity, although all of them are very important. Thank you for joining us on the Inside Track. We're at about midpoint here, and we've talked about opportunities. If you want to listen to them all and you haven't yet, you want to go back and watch or listen at chri.ca or dekkerteam.com. And it's been fun chatting about lots of the opportunities that we have, especially the opportunities around career opportunities. We've got 2 of those. Well, actually really a whole lot when it comes to the realtor side of things, because the company is always looking for awesome realtors. And then also the opportunity to either buy or sell a home or invest in real estate with the Dekker team. And now we're going to shift our gears, still about opportunities, but opportunities we have for you in terms of how we care for those that are our realtors for life, which is just what we talked about. So thank you for joining us on the Inside Track. If you want to catch more of the show, if you're just joining us now, you can see the archived ones at chri.ca or dekkerteam.com. And we do appreciate you listening, and we appreciate that you often give us great questions and input, and we're always looking for that. So in terms of other opportunities, we do 4 key awesome workshops every month.
Yes.
And I don't necessarily show up at all of them, but Ken shows up at most of them, because the one opportunity we have is the whole wealth building formula. That is a book that Ken wrote some time ago now, or just over a year and a bit ago. And that book is still selling well. We still have copies in our office. and you're welcome to stop by one of our offices and purchase them for about $20 each, including taxes, or you can go online at wealth-formula.com, and they're $26.95 plus taxes and shipping. Right? And you can also buy an online version, so that's really awesome as well.
Yeah, electronic
Kindle
version.
Isn't that
from
online?
Amazon.
Yeah, from Amazon. And certainly posting your reviews on Amazon is always appreciated as well. So one of the workshops, in fact, is about the wealth formula. So tell us a bit about that, Ken.
Well, actually, 2 of the workshops are
Yeah,
very
they
much on
actually
the
are.
wealth formula, because one of the first steps to getting to building wealth in a wealthy family is to get out of debt. Because
Right.
debt robs us from that ability. So we have the financial fitness workshop.
Right.
I co-do that with Lynn Fraser.
From the Financial Fitness Show.
And that is on the 4th Thursday of the month.
Yes.
And you can connect with us at 613-860-4663 if you'd like to register for that.
And occasionally we have to switch the date, so it's always ideal to RSVP, and the space is limited for all of the workshops. So please do RSVP so we can make sure we have space for you, and that we're not haven't switched it this one time and you show up and there's nothing happening. They're all held in the south end of the city, either on Antares or Ariga Drive, so in the same park there. And we would love to have you join us. And they're all fluctuating a little bit between 6 and 8:30 in terms of, some of them are a little shorter, some are a little longer.
Yeah. So the financial fitness one is really about, if you've come to the point where you're in a little bit of pain, or you've just decided, God's tweaked you and said, really, you shouldn't be carrying a credit card balance, or you shouldn't have this debt over you. Come to this. We give you a formula for getting out of debt, and doing it fairly rapidly by only freeing up $300 a month. And so we want to run that example by you, and you get to ask questions, and it's a real workshop. It's really, really good. So that's the first step.
Right.
The second one is the Building Wealth workshop. And there we get into more technical detail around RESPs, RRSPs, TFSAs. If you don't know what all those words or those acronyms stand for, this is a great place for you to come to, because we're going to explain exactly what they are, when to use them, how to use them, what's the best to use. We're going to talk about real estate investments. We're going to talk about other types of investments, how they perform compared to each other in the past.
And likely into the future, because history is a bit of a predictor of what's going to come down the road. Yeah.
So it's pretty exciting. We ask questions of the attendees and ask them, what do you really want to get out of tonight? And then we customize our presentation to make sure that you get what you came to.
Right. So the conversation becomes a two-way conversation, not just a one-way conversation.
Yeah, it's not a lecture.
No, not at all. And yet there is pieces of information that are provided that are really helpful.
And the odd time I'm funny.
Occasionally. Often, actually. And that is also co-facilitated with Ryan Dekker, our investment specialist on the team, and also Lynn Fraser of the Financial Fitness Show.
Yeah, for mortgage advice on investing and that type of thing.
Yeah.
Lynn's there, and it's awesome.
It is really awesome. So those are 2 amazing workshop opportunities, and they're free, actually. We don't charge for them, and sometimes people will wonder why. And it's because we are about building clients for life, and we want to give you a helping hand. And then if you see the value, you'll decide you want to do business with us.
That's true.
And it works really well that way. It's been a lot of fun over the last couple of decades doing life and business that way. And then another one of the workshops that is offered, which is also the 4th Thursday of the month, is a career in real estate. So if you've been thinking about it and you just want to get some basic questions answered, it's an awesome forum to have a dialogue in a small group and benefit from the questions that others ask. Maybe not even the questions that only you have available to you or have been thinking about, but the questions that others have.
Yeah, it explains how to get into real estate, what the course requirements are, whether it maybe even is for you or not. It's the place to come and just explore that, spend an hour, hour and a half, and enjoy the company of our manager of the office.
Yeah.
And he's going to really just answer all your questions. And if you've thought, hey, you know what, I really like real estate, maybe I should get into it. Some people have said to me I should get into real estate because I like houses. And I say, well, that's the wrong reason to get into real estate. You want to like people.
Right. And it's okay if you like houses.
It's okay if you like them.
Yeah.
You got to like people.
You got to love people. Because otherwise it's not a whole lot of fun to be in this industry.
Yes.
Because you are involved with people every day with absolutely everything that you're involved with.
Yep.
And what is the fourth workshop opportunity?
Fourth workshop would be a buyer's workshop.
Yeah.
And this would be for the first-time buyer. Also, if you haven't bought in a long time, or maybe you bought new construction and now you're thinking of buying resale or buying again, buying another, this is the opportunity for you to come in and learn a little bit about what the process is like, what requirements, what steps to take, in what order. Yeah. We generally have a lawyer there.
Yeah.
And the lawyer can answer technical details about the transaction and the closing and the costs and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's a really good opportunity to get your knowledge built up so you can feel comfortable if this is the right thing for you to do or not.
Right, and I've had quite a few clients that have even owned a couple of homes already and yet went through those processes either a long time ago or went through those processes without really being aware of what was happening. And now they find themselves in a point of life where they want to understand the process in a really non-threatening, informative, and helpful way, and this workshop does that. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to perceive yourself as a first-time buyer. You could have a second, third, or fourth home. There still will be valuable takeaways that you'll want to take with you from the workshop, right? So we would love to have that opportunity available to you as well. So the same thing with all of the workshops. They do require an RSVP just so we can make sure that we have the right number of chairs out and the seating is available. And we usually have some really great coffee on too, and water, and yeah.
Top-notch coffee.
Yeah, we've been getting organic coffee that we're grinding fresh and making right there in our little office.
Roasted locally in Ottawa. It's really good coffee.
Yeah. So even if you just want a great cup of coffee, come on out. There's another opportunity, coffee. So in addition to the workshops, some of the other opportunities, things that we provide to our clients is a monthly newsletter. And if you would like to be receiving that, it has... for want items, for sale items, services, we do a Ottawa general publication, and then we do some in specialized specific neighborhoods as well. We have been running that publication. It's been around since 1989, which is
25 years.
Yeah, a long time. And so it has gained a lot of popularity. It apparently works really well. People that provide services in it, you can promote your own services in it, and the cost to you is actually free. It is something we chose to take on, like I say, a very long time ago, and it seems to have added a lot of value.
Yeah, and so if you'd like a copy of that newsletter, it has good tips in it and valuable information and things for sale, just send us an email at info@dekkerteam.com. That's info@dekkerteam.com.
Right.
And we'll set you up and we can email you out a copy of our newsletter, monthly newsletter.
Yeah, and it comes out around the 21st to 23rd of the month. And even if you happen to be located in an area where you get a hard copy through Canada Post, you don't always get them because sometimes they seem to not hit the mailboxes, even though we've paid for them to go there. And the other thing that happens is it is usually around the 1st of the month. So you get the information earlier. So if there's a really awesome gem that you want to acquire, you will get the information sooner if you receive the online publication. And the front of each publication actually has market data. Mm-hmm. So we're adding valuable real estate information, as well as some of our best featured properties are in there, and some of the other opportunities that we provide for our friends and those that perceive us as their realtor from time to time.
Hey, talking about properties.
Yeah.
You have a couple opportunities, one in the West End.
Right.
And one, where's the other one?
Okay, in the South End.
Is it in the South End?
And before I forget, the other opportunity I want to make sure that's available to you is a publication that comes out around the 1st of the month. So you'll want to email us for that one as well. That's the market update. So it gives a lot more detailed information on the market, as well as clips of some of the inside track shows are on there, some of the promotional things that we have going. Right now we have a Cancun opportunity. Mm-hmm. We almost forgot about that. And that is for clients that introduce us to another client and we work together, then you will get a ballot for a trip for 2, all paid, for Cancun at a really awesome resort.
5-star.
5-star, and it's amazing. So how could we forget about that opportunity?
You never know.
It's one of the best. Anyway, so call us about that as well. And so as far as the properties go, one is in the south end and one is in the west end. They are ideal opportunities because they are in the starting price point. So they would be a great starter home. They'd be great investment property. They both would allow for some sweat equity. The one is only priced at $225,000.
$225,000.
And the other one's
Is that
only
a condo?
No, it's a freehold, single, standalone house.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't buy a condo hardly for that.
I know, and the other one's only $265,000. So 2 properties that are century homes that are charming. Of course, there's renovations to continue to do in that price point. The one at $225,000 actually needs not very much work. It's just a sweet little house, 3-bedroom, 1 bath, family room at the back, as well as a living room at the front with a large country kitchen. And it's located just off of March Road, really close to the amenities of Morgan's Grant and all of Canada.
Wow.
I know. Who knew?
$225,000.
$225,000.
Are you sure that's not a typo?
I'm positive.
Oh, okay.
And then the other one is just outside Greeley, also close to the amenities of Greeley, Ottawa, South Keys, Finley Creek. So nicely positioned and has quite a bit of land at the back of the property. And it is already been started. So they're keeping the great trim and the woodwork. It's being stripped down. And then you could continue the dream.
Nice.
Yeah, lots of room there as well. So thank you for joining us on the Inside Track on Real Estate with the Dekker Team. We have so enjoyed sharing opportunities with you and would love to have the opportunity of working with you, connecting with you, and just getting to know you. Thanks.
Bye for now.